Would you look at me?
Dan's been silent.
Double dyno to micro crimper.
Hey guys, welcome to Belly Hanging. This is the latest, greatest podcast in the climbing world.
In the road we live in.
In the road we live in.
Everyone's got a podcast in this road now, I've heard.
But ours is the best.
Ours is the best.
My name's Peter Richards.
My name's Danko Winterbear.
My microphone doesn't feel right today, but I'm fixing it. Here we go. So this is a climbing podcast, as we've already said, probably. But we say it's a climbing podcast, but often we don't talk about climbing. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't.
Walking and talking, food.
Talking about food.
Friendships.
Today was the last day of the government's Eat Out to Help Out scheme.
So we really helped out today.
We helped out big time. Oh my God.
Full English breakfast, 2 flat whites.
2 flat whites. We went to 2 different establishments.
And we shared 3 cakes. Everyone should share 3 cakes.
People. Because we just want to make it work.
So when you look at the cake count and you think, I wonder what they all taste like, you go, I'll have 3. I'll know what 3 of them taste like.
Yeah, we don't know what the... there was an orange chocolate brownie. We don't know what that tastes like.
I'd hazard a guess, but...
Probably tastes like orange chocolate brownie.
Orange chocolate
brownie. What was your favourite part of breakfast?
Well, I've not been eating meat for a long time. I've had some meat recently, so the favourite part of my breakfast was the potatoes. Kebab.
Good answer. My favourite part was, the section where we were taking the order, and she was like, do you want anything else? And I was like, yeah, I want halloumi too. That was my favourite part, where we both got a side halloumi.
You got extra halloumi. My favourite part was when you ate a whole poached egg.
Oh, that was a good part.
That was a good part. They're quite small eggs,
though. They were small, but...
Definitely weren't organic farm, corn-fed chicken eggs. They were battery eggs, which was fine.
You know what my favourite part of the meal was? When... The guy that came and served us, came and took the stuff away. He was like, guys, you finished? And
you hadn't finished your breakfast.
I hadn't finished. And he goes, are you sure you finished? And you're like, he's half the man I am. Do you remember when you said that?
It cut deep, didn't it?
It did cut deep. But and then you paid, and then it reinforced that I'm half the man. And he was like, well, he's paying and everything, so...
You are half the man.
Half the man, Danko.
You've got 10 years to catch me.
I've got 10 years.
But you've got to remember that every year I grow as well.
Yeah, but you've got to remember that every minute my hair grows as well.
That's true. And it actually does.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. The only thing you have on me is hair on your head.
No, I've got 2 things on you.
Breakdancing.
Hair on 3 things. Hair.
Swimming.
Breakdancing. Love of chocolate.
I love it.
No, you don't. You think you love chocolate.
So we probably talk about... We bought like 20 bars, this type of chocolate. I've given maybe...
I bought 12, you bought 10 of these.
I've given like
250-gram Oreo chocolate bars.
I think I've still got about 8 left.
You bought them about, what, 6 weeks ago maybe?
I've got about 8 left.
I've gone through all of them. Well, no, I've not. I've got 6 rows left of my final bar. Yeah. That's going to be a sad moment when I finish them. That is one.
That's tonight.
That can be tonight if I want it to be. If I choose it to be, it could be tonight.
And you will choose it to be?
No. I'm going to save it, Dan. I'm going to save it.
You'll finish yoga and you'll be like, I deserve my chocolate. I deserve chocolate for working so hard today. I went to the cafe, then I did yoga. And I need chocolate. And that's exactly what will happen to you when you get home.
It's quite funny because it's very accurate.
Yeah,
that's so hard.
Monologue, isn't it? It's like, I deserve chocolate. Every day.
That's me walking down the street.
I deserve chocolate.
I deserve chocolate.
I did a climb today. I deserve some chocolate.
That's all I feel when I top out of a climb. Like, the first thing in my head is, man, I've earned my chocolate now.
Is it?
I deserve it, yeah.
Wow,
you've got to earn your chocolate. Sometimes I earn it just by getting out of bed. Sometimes I earn it by brushing my teeth.
Nice.
Just different things. You just got to earn your chocolate. Yeah.
What
do you earn?
I earn the right to...
you earn the right to... I was thinking remain silent, but that's like the arrest thing, isn't it?
No, I haven't earned
But you don't earn that. What do they say? You
do earn that, one way or another, yeah. You've done something.
What do they say? You
have
the right
to
remain don't
silent.
Earn the right. You earn.
I've earned the right to remain silent. I committed a crime.
It's like at a wedding.
I can stay silent now.
It's at a wedding. It's like, if anyone has anything to say, please speak now. And someone just stands up and goes, I've earned the right to remain silent. And sits back down.
Shock moment in the wedding, wouldn't it?
Just like people, shock moment, and then it's like, oh, he didn't actually ruin anything.
You achieved anything recently? Done anything you care about?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, so have I? Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
How have you been?
Great.
Great.
Yeah.
We've been to Risgo.
Risgo?
Yeah.
What's Risgo?
Risgo's a place next to Yisgo.
Where was the last time we recorded? We've been to Stony.
Stoney, St. Bees.
Oh, yeah.
And then since then, we've...
So much, man. It's just fucking
Have we been
stupid.
indoors together since then?
Once, maybe. I don't know.
Once. I don't think we've climbed anywhere since
Together?
Yisgo together. You went
I went to Snowdonia.
to Snowdonia.
I've been to Pigeons.
Yeah.
Pigeons.
We talked about that in the last podcast.
We just do so much. I've no idea who I am.
Yeah, we're losing the
I
plot.
got to work yesterday and it
But-
was like weird respite.
Yeah, so you've had 5 days on climbing,
Yeah.
and then yesterday was your day off climbing,
Yeah.
but your day on work.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty heavy, man. When I got back from... So we went to Yisgo at the weekend and did 2 days of climbing. When I got back from that, I had a full day, off. I was working from home, but most of the day I was in pain and, couldn't imagine being in work. And you've come straight off another day of climbing and gone straight into a big old 12-hour day.
Yeah.
Big, man.
So
Super
awesome
big.
though.
Yeah.
So I basically had a night shift last Friday and I thought, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the climbing hang and see some friends and destroy myself.
Yes.
But the day before we'd been...
No.
There was something the day
We'd
before.
done something the day before, me and you, haven't we?
Everything's just a blur
It
now,
just
man.
blurs. It's so scary, isn't it?
Like, I don't want to look at Instagram.
But anyway,
So-
you destroyed yourself thinking you'll have a rest weekend, kind of, or something, and then years ago, the weather looked decent,
Man,
and it just...
were we indoors the day before that?
We
I
might
think we
have
were.
been.
So I think we
might
were
have been.
indoors the day before that, and then the next day I was like, I'm going to be on a night shift. We're not going to climb.
So
I'll destroy myself. It'll help me sleep.
yeah, for the night shift.
So I just do 2 indoor days, and then it's like, do you know what I'll do? Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly. I think that's what
Yeah,
it was.
yeah, yeah.
It might have been Pecs or Pigeons Cove. No idea anymore.
Okay, done.
I went somewhere, and then get on shift, and it's like, Pete, let's go
Yeah.
to Port Isco
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah. Amazing. And it was literally
Last minute.
last minute. I was going to go to Wales anyway, and 20 minutes before I set off, you just mentioned, Port Fiasco might be a thing this weekend. So I'm taking my camping stuff just to go for one night, and then we end up staying an extra. I end up staying an extra
I
one
had this
night.
conversation with you and Tom, which was pack some extra things, and,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Oh, what's the pack?" And Tom was just like, "I'll just pack an extra pair of boxes."
Yeah, an extra
Which
pair
is
of boxes and
exact
a
right
t-shirt,
answer.
and that's all you need. Because we were taking our climbing stuff anyway, and then
Amazing weekend, man.
it was so good, wasn't it? So we went. What did we do the first day? That we had unlucky weather. So
they ended that Storm Gavin or whatever he's called.
Storm Gavin.
I don't know his name.
These storm names are always so underwhelming. It's like, Storm Dennis.
Dennis was a big one, I think.
It was, but the name, why don't you call it Storm
Storm Nexus.
Voltron X?
Voltron. XB3.
But it's now,
Pantomime.
I'm Storm Dennis.
Pantomime.
Pantomime.
Devil's Gorge.
Oh, we went to Pantomime, that's what it was. We went
Fucking
climbing in a
hell.
big cave, yeah.
Man,
That was hard, wasn't it?
This is the problem right now. We just forget more than we've done.
Yeah, we really do. It's
I'm
insane,
so
isn't it?
broken in the brain.
Yeah, I've not actually written down my climbing journal for
Yeah.
both years ago and Pantomime. That's why I couldn't remember it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go write it
I
down
just don't know who I am.
after this, yeah.
But-
But Devil's Gorge, should we quickly recap Devil's Gorge?
Devil's
then?
Gorge, I've been there. I got my first actual climbing 7A there
Yeah.
since Possum. Couldn't link the fucking thing again this time.
No.
So gassy.
It was my first time
I
there.
haven't climbed. I haven't climbed there in a year.
Yeah.
You've never climbed.
I've never
it.
been there. It's a really cute place. It's
cute,
like
innit?
very cave climbing,
Nice.
similar to the cave in Pantomime. It's limestone and stuff. Big long links. It seems to be all the lines there.
Powerful moves.
Yeah,
cool
so-
holds.
It was a good day, but really nothing. We got a few little things ticked, but
6Cs. Not that
But really,
little
the aim of the day was to get that Singed Possum 7A, and linked all the moves. I could do everything, but super gassy doing it all. Really gassy. So that's definitely one to go back for, and I'm not really too worried about it. I think I can get it. I'm pretty sure. So, but that was a great day. That
Cool
really
day.
good.
Got
Good to
Wizard
see the
out
sport climbing there.
Yeah.
Scary sport
Scary
climbing. It
car
reminded me of
grades.
the is it French or Spain?
Spain.
The stuff with the La Bibliothèque and all those climbs where
I think that might be France, that one.
it's kind of overhung, but in this curved way that sort of.
I don't think it looks like that at all, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It looks like limestone.
Yeah.
Not to be technical, I don't know anything about rock, but
Well, anyway, it reminded me of that.
you liked it, didn't you?
I liked it. Looked scary.
You liked
it
how
put
it
the
looked.
fear in me for sport climbing. That wall did for
Cool,
sure. Put
innit?
the fear in me. But it'd be good to go and conquer that fear.
did some indoor, then went to Port Isco, which is the dream place for bouldering, fucking scary. So on the first day we were there, some Gavin X40
That's a better
was
name.
on our heels.
Yeah.
And we were getting blown away.
Yeah.
I was sleep deprived.
It was windy. It was kind of spitting.
Highlight of the
constantly.
day. What
The rave
happens
cave.
if you put 4 scamps in a fucking cave in
We
bad
rave.
weather? We rave.
So we were trying this climb, proper campusy climb called Jawbreaker, is it? Really, really. I'll post a photo because I think it's actually the best photo. Like in terms of just
So
photo,
aesthetic.
it's like this really black rock and these massive, like huge circular pebbles just underneath the black rock. Really aesthetic, and just beyond it is like this little weird cave. So we're trying this problem. Starts raining, and we all just bunch up in this cave on our pads, just eat some food. And we were there we put some music on, and we were probably
Like
in
an
the
hour?
cave for about an hour, and then it started not spitting as much, and we were finding all these little holes in the cave that we could crawl through and scamper around. Got some great photos that I'll share of everybody
Oh
doing
man,
it.
so that's
It's a lot
like
of
my
fun.
highlight, I think.
Yeah.
There's a few highlights of the weekend, like
What I love is those moments where we just fill it with insane just silliness. Like, can you fit through that hole? I'll give it a good go. Oh shit, I'm really stuck in this hole. Panic.
do you know what the definition of scamp is?
No, but I do know the motto.
Give us the motto then.
The motto. So the scamps all got together and we all put forth loads
You
of
know
mottos.
that much. Just give us the motto.
Fuck off, kids. Oh no, it's piss off, kids.
Piss off, kids.
Piss off, kids. That's the motto.
It's pretty much it.
It's a great motto because kids get all the good stuff. They get soft play, we get hard play, but they get soft play areas, they get scouts, they get to be taught things. No one teaches adult things. You've got to go learn yourself.
Find it yourself.
You just got to
Fucking
find it
knobs.
yourself. It's annoying. So that's the Scamps motto.
But a scamp, to scamp is to be mischievous.
Yeah, that's the key word. It's
And,
mischievous.
we were
We were.
little mischievous scamps in that cave for quite a bit. It was such fun. So Pete crawls through this tiny fucking hole in this cave.
It doesn't look anyone like it. To
It
look
looks
at it,
like you should go straight through it.
no, it doesn't look
I
like you
think
could
it looks
fit.
like you should.
I don't think it. I thought it. I was like, I'm not sure I could fit through
So
that.
I'm on top of the cave at this point, and Pete's head's just coming out this little fucking hole. And Tom starts pulling his legs down, and I genuinely was about to pick up a massive boulder and pretend to drop on your
It's
head.
so. I'm so glad you didn't because only my chest could fit through. Like
Only your chest in the world.
No, sorry. I got my head.
I am the one.
I got my head through, and I got one arm through, and then squeezing my second hand through was like kind of hurt. Like you had to really get it through. But then your chest is actually stuck. It feels like you're being compressed, just stationary. I've got Tom pulling at my legs, and I've got Dan laughing at me at the top, and I like pure panicking because I genuinely feel like I'm stuck as well. Just had to do a really deep breath out, like release all my air, and then I could like only just get through. And then you get in it, and I'm so glad you got stuck as well because you could just feel like my pain. I'm so glad you didn't pick up a rock.
So
And
the only way I could
That'd
get
be so
through it
scary.
was to take off my clothes. I had to
like
strip
you got
down.
stuck
I
in
couldn't
it.
fit.
You couldn't fit. You had to get out, and then you took off all your clothes and
And
you
got
got through
through.
it. And I got some insane
It
photos.
was like being birthed.
It really looks like
That
you're being
could be a
birthed.
new scamp ritual.
What?
You have to be
fitting through that?
reborn at Porthisco.
Yeah, find a place to
Man,
be reborn.
the Clint Peninsula is a fucking holy place.
Yeah.
And we can add a whole level of holy to it. Like, that is our pilgrimage
Yeah.
to the cave of caves.
You've got to go to the cave and find a way out.
You know, you have to be reborn.
Reborn.
You have to find the path of truth through it. Because there's 3 or 4 paths out that thing.
like
there's
little
an
candles
and they're
stuff
all slightly
everywhere. It's
harder.
like really like ritualistic.
They're all slightly harder.
Oh, there's
than
a
another.
trio. There's a trilogy.
No,
the
there's
rebirth
the one
trilogy.
true rebirth. And if you're reborn through that, then you are scampy.
Okay.
Like the fish.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If anyone ever goes to the Jawbreaker climb, try and
Fuck the
find
climb off and
find
just
the
go for the
hole.
cave.
Find the hole that we're talking about. It's not the one that looks easy. It's the
No,
one that
don't
looks
tell
hard.
them. Find the truth
Find
yourself.
the truth, and then post it, and then tag us,
And then say I've been reborn.
and then you'll be one
I'm
of
going
us.
to send you a bandana.
Yeah,
Lovely
Scampy
bit.
bandana.
Scampy bandana. That's
Yeah.
the other part of Scamp uniforms are coming soon.
So then after that, we were sort of getting rained off. It broke for a little while, so we found a little climb, and the climb was right Rafts of graff.
So happy that you know nothing about anything we
Grapes
climb
of
with.
raff.
Well done.
Grapes of raff.
Pete's description of this dino to me before, like, I should understand this. Dan, there's this dino, and there's a rock that you dino on, big jugs to the top, and there's another rock behind it. And he looked at me like I should know exactly what the fuck that was, because that's pretty much.
That was a funny moment.
That's
this
probably
morning.
about 50% of all dinos.
No,
Yeah,
no, Dan.
but you jump from something to another thing, and there's a rock behind it.
No, Dan, you just don't get it. You just don't understand. I'm so sorry.
Dan,
but-
it's the rafts of grapes. Dan,
It's the rape
Dan,
the
no,
graff.
Dan, it's rapes, rafts.
You've got to grape and rape the raff. Gropes of raff.
So I was massively sleep deprived in this climb, and everyone cruised it.
Oh man! So last year, just to put a bit of story on it, last year we ended on it, and it was the sun was beating down on it, and I think Tom got it. Big Ben might have got it.
Big Ben
I
got it.
battled it for a good hour, couldn't get it. This year, I arrive, flashed it. So happy! It was such a good moment. Then Tom does it, cruises it. Becky does it, cruises it. You do it.
Took me a few goes, man.
Took you a few goes. You dropped a few times.
You know when you're moaning about being tired?
Yeah.
I'd love you to feel this feeling. It was fucking harrowing.
I'm tired.
It was so harrowing.
So you got the top, and then I just heard the most disgusting
I've
cough
got it on record.
and gag I've
It might
ever
have
heard.
gone.
Dan sounded
about
like
to
he was
throw
going
up
to
on
die at the top.
I was about to throw up on it, genuinely. But there was a go where I dropped.
That's why it's called the Grapes of Wrath.
No, it should be called, if you're sleep deprived, you will throw up on it.
Yeah.
Like, that felt like one of the highest climbs I'd ever done,
Yeah.
because I was so fucked.
Yeah.
Like, and
It's not a fall you want to take. It is pretty high.
I knew my friends were there and that,
Yeah.
but like, and then
I took a fall off it, and I've hurt
I
myself.
told Sadie when she was behind it, she was doing it. I was like, "Please don't do it, 'cause it just means I can do it tomorrow.
No.
I don't want to do it now." And then she did it. It was like, "Oh god,
No,
she
I've
set
gotta
the
do
bar. Now I have to do
You
it."
have to do it.
And I put my foot on that high thing. I felt my stomach turn. It's not that high.
No.
It's not a hard
No,
climb.
But you go sideways for a split second, kind of. Don't you?
Anyway, I'm glad I did it. It was a good thing to come back to in a sense.
Yeah, it really
but it was the
was.
last climb of the day, and I'm so happy it was, because I was fucking
And
broken.
then we just went home, had some pizza. It was lovely. Well, we
Drank-
didn't go home. We went.
Stayed camping.
Stayed in a little caravan. It was lovely. All of us just
And
chilled
then
in the
that
caravan.
night,
had
man,
some
the
pizza,
Perseids meteor
had
shower.
a few drinks.
The most
Oh my
beautiful
god!
night.
And then before bed, we saw a
We saw-
meteor shower.
we saw the
It was
Milky
so
Way, man.
beautiful. I love looking at the stars, man. So nice. That's
You do? I don't think anyone else does, you know.
No, people don't, and that's the thing about me, man. I'm really
You're
into these
different,
weird
aren't you?
things that not many people are up to. Like, no one ever looks up.
No
I'm
one,
like, look up.
Looking up,
Look up at
chocolate.
the things. Do you see chocolate too?
Yeah,
Nice
Milky Way,
chocolate.
man.
The Milky Way.
Yeah.
Mars bar,
Milky-
Milky Way. Do you
Milky-
see little Maltesers
No,
floating around?
I see Milky Ways, man. Just all over. You don't remember the adverts when we were young, dear? 'Cause you weren't young like I was.
The Milky Bar Kid is strong
Yeah,
and tough, and none of your friends are good enough. You need new friends, Milky Bar Kid. Get new friends. Your friends are dicks. That's the advert, right?
Yeah. This is about Milky Ways, Milky Bars, Milky Ways. They're different.
What's the Milky Way advert go like?
Don't know.
Okay.
So then we had another day at Isco, and it was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We set into like a day of sixes.
Yeah. It was a day of volume of not necessarily easy climbing. 6
a
Bs.
rampage, man.
It was really.
It's quite stiff there, isn't it?
It felt it. It really felt
The
it.
saddest part of that day, though. So I've been set my mind on going for a 6C called Fast Cars, which is a crowd classic.
Oh,
And I was
my
just
God,
boring
scary.
everyone, and like it was just boring everyone. I
Kept-
really want to see Fast Cars, Pete. Tom, I really want to see Tracy Chapman's Fast Cars, Pete. Tracy Chapman's Fast Cars. Just it's in the next area, Pete. We're gonna get there eventually.
How to be
Tom.
And Danko, you're gonna find a car.
We're gonna get to
We're
the fast
gonna
car.
find a climb, Danko. It's not gonna be very
Becky, there's
hard.
a climb over there called Fast Cars, Pete and Becky and Tom.
We finally
and
get
everyone
to
was like,
Fast
"Damn, we know
Cars."
there's a fucking climb over there called Fast Cars." And we get there, and after however many years that book's there, it's fucking fallen over.
The whole
The whole
rock
boulder
is
is just fallen over.
it's like tipped over, so you can't do it anymore. Really weird. To
In
see
like
it.
the last month.
Sobering a little bit though, because you're like, shit, these boulders that we're climbing,
They're not forever.
they're not forever. And also, I don't want to be climbing on a big boulder when it rolls over.
That was definitely tidal. But it could happen though. I think the Isco crack could just go any minute.
Imagine. So yeah, and that's the highlight of the entire trip
There
for
is
me.
the Isco diamond at the back though, on the first section. That's in the fucking rock. That looks
Oh,
like it could go.
that looks like it could
Terrifying.
go. But anyway, highlight of the entire trip was Years Go
Fast
Crack.
cars thing.
No, Dan, shut up
The
about
Tracy Chapman's car. That was the highlight. That's better than the Milky Way. That's better than Ascend.
Shut up, Daniel.
Cave Rave?
Cave Rave was good.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Years Go Crack
Years Go
now,
Crack.
okay? So, last year, Years Go Crack, it's a very highball problem. In fact, should we just fly up onto the...
Topic of
the week. It is the topic of the week. I found it.
So fun. Topics.
Topic of the week. It is the topic of the week.
Topic is balls that are high. High balls.
High balls.
Hey balls.
Hey balls. High balls.
Hey Pete and balls. High balls.
High balls are very tall boulders that you climb without rope, without pads. No, sorry, you do have pads and spotters.
That thing annoys me. It's like someone will go, "Oh, he's got a pad under him. That's not a free solo. That's a high ball."
Yeah.
You just climb something really high without a fucking rope.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
But it's that realm where you definitely don't want to fall, and it can start getting very dangerous.
You know that I famously put pads on the Honnold.
Yeah. On
that,
free solo.
Free solo. So you
went to the base of Yosemite.
It's like an hour.
Yeah. Just
Put it under there. No one was watching. Put it under
So
it.
he just did the highest high ball.
High ball, man.
Yeah, man. It's easy.
It's only a V5 to giant, innit? So that's my quote. Is
It's only V5 to a giant.
yeah, Elka.
Yeah. So get out of it.
Get out of your
Anyway,
head.
so we're talking about high balls because this weekend we did Years Go Crack, which was maybe my first exposure to a high ball about a year ago. It's a 5B or
5A.
C? 5A.
I don't even think it hits the rank of V2. Something said V2 online. Whatever it is, it's a really low grade, and that's pretty mean, actually.
Yeah, because it's pretty high. You've got to keep a cool
the
head,
first
man.
move is... It's not super hard, but, like...
So how high is it for people? Is it about 6 metres?
The difficulty is that the rock in of itself, I think, is probably a 5 metre climb, but the fall probably adds, like...
Yeah, because there's an extra metre or two at the bottom.
Fall, whatever it is, it's high. Now, it's not the highest thing we've ever climbed, but it's one of the most precarious because the landing's really hard to pad.
Yeah, and the story goes, last year when we went to Years Go, we saw it and it was like it was scary looking at it.
It was the last
induced
minute of the entire trip.
Yes, yeah,
like
it really
we'd got
was.
it, and it was like we are going home now, and it's
Yeah,
like, oh my god, this big thing is there.
Like, and last year I went on so my shoes were ruined last year, and I went for a wee, and I was like, as in,
You found the care shoes, man.
I found a shoe at the bottom of Years Go Crack, and it was a left-footed shoe, and it was my left-footed climbing shoe that had a big toe hole in it. So I was like, oh my god, it's like a sign that I need to do this crack. And then
is it a sign that it's going to kill you?
Or yeah, is it a juju sign? Is that bad juju? You know, like the voodoo juju, poo poo. Go to the Lulu. Don't pull your pants now.
And last time, remember me in the crack?
What happened to you in a crack?
It made me have the biggest poo of my life.
Oh yeah.
To this day,
Yeah.
the biggest poo I've ever done. Just looking at the fucking
It just
behemoth.
induces fear looking at it. But this time we went back and
It didn't look that big.
it didn't look that big. It didn't look that scary. The climb itself didn't look that hard.
It was a very nice climb.
And so
It's probably the nicest quality of climb because it's relatively sustained as well.
yeah, it's
on the day.
sustained, easy. Not really that worried about it at any point. There's just at the top where it gets thin, you have to keep a cool head.
Yeah,
because
it says that in the book. It literally says that in the book.
Yeah.
Something about that.
Yeah, it gets thin up there. Like the big jugs that you're holding at the bottom disappear. Gets a bit crimpy. There are holes up there, but they're just not as obvious. But on any other climb, you'd be like if it was lower, you'd be fine. So it was so rewarding going back and just cruising up it. And I had that thing where like I like to approach high balls like this now, where I don't think about them at all day. Like, and I actually actively tell myself I'm probably not going to do it. And then when we arrive, I go silent, put on my shoes, and just go. And cruised it, so nice. And then I think I did it 4 or 5 times. Super rewarding, man.
I did it 4.
Did it 4.
Yeah.
Something
And
nice about...
on the last go, so the whole juju thing,
Oh, yeah.
I found a rock in that cave, remember? And it looked like a scary
Oh, my
face.
God, yeah.
So, remember your rational thoughts on
With-
our previous high ball, the cheese block?
Oh
and
my
you're like,
God,
what if
yeah.
I let go?
We need to talk about that.
Do you want to know my irrational thoughts on
I
his
do.
go crack?
So we're quite. If people don't know, we can be quite funnily superstitious, I guess.
Yeah.
In a
Doesn't
funny way. We don't really.
Doesn't really creep in on me like that.
No,
It's
no.
got you if you like. This just got me in a big way.
Yeah.
So I've got this little fucking rock demon in my bag now, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
So you find a rock that has like a melted.
It's like a
got
demon's face on it.
Yeah.
I've kept it, and it's put it next to my other goddess on my mantelpiece.
We should put it
Pachamama.
online so people can see. It looks
I'll
like a
take a
melted
picture.
face.
So I've got to the bottom of the crack, and I'm pulling on go number 3, I think.
And that face just pops in your head.
And I'm thinking, oh God, 3 times, Dan. You know, you're pushing the odds here. You know, why are you getting on it a 3rd time, Dan? And I just pull get over the ridge, and I'm like, you know, this could be the time you fall, Dan. And I keep climbing, and I'm on the top, and I snatch at the last crimp hold.
Oh my God.
And it's like,
You can't have thoughts like that.
what
man.
are you doing up here, Dan? Why are you still up here, Dan?
Oh my God.
And I pull over the top, and you give me a hug, and it was that going. I was like, oh God. So I've not really had that before.
Man, I've had that. You should never... Being up in high places, when you start thinking like that, it's so irrational. You can't be thinking like that when you're putting yourself in predicament situations. You can't be like thinking, oh, this might be the time I fall. You can't have those thoughts. That's exactly what happened to me in Font on the cheese block.
I think it's when you probably go at it multiple times. I think on the first couple of goes, I was like proper flow state thing. Just
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. The
You're
moves
in the
really
movement.
nice.
You're in the climb. You're not thinking about anything else.
So that 3rd go and then the 4th go
Yeah.
were probably the clunkiest.
Yeah. Once you've done it a few times, and
They should be better.
excitement's gone, you're sort of just thinking, oh, statistically, I'm pushing it. Like, you're like, if I'm gonna fall, I don't know. It's silly, isn't it?
Weird, isn't it?
It's so weird when that gets in your head. So like, yeah, this happened in Font. I did that thing where I was silent, didn't think I was gonna climb, and then I just climbed up maybe 2-3 meters, and then I just kept climbing because the climb itself was really nice and the movement was nice, and it just sort of takes you, doesn't it? That movement. You're not really thinking about dropping. You're not thinking about the consequence. You're just moving, and it's really nice. Got excited. Then that second, I wanted to do it for the video or something like that. So you set up your camera, you do it that second time, and so many more things are in your head. You're like, I've already done it. Hang on, I might fall now. And then I'm at the top, and I'm just thinking, hang on, I'm not I look at my left hand, and I'm on a jug, and I'm like, my left hand's not gripping hard. And it doesn't need to be. It's a jug, but I'm like, hang on, my hand could just slip out, and I'm having these weird thoughts that is like, I could just let go if I wanted, and. I'm not gonna, and 100% not gonna just let go. But you just have these weird thoughts where it's like it would be so easy to just accidentally fall, and you can't be high when you're having those thoughts. It's so terrifying.
Yeah,
terrifying.
We've been doing a few more at PEX now. We're not so we've done some of the things that everyone should do, like the V0s and the V2s, and we've just done another one called Lose Leap, which is only like V1 or V2 again, slightly
What's
higher.
Lose Leap Direct?
I think it's like V2.
It's not much more.
No, it's like no difference in grade. It's just you don't get a massive jug. Really, it's very little. It might be V0, V1, V1, V2.
Yeah.
But it's ever so slightly higher.
Jeez.
And it's just, but then right down the bottom end, the other day, Tom Johnston.
Oh my God, yeah.
We just took a step back while we were playing on Hearts of Ret, and we just looked at this climb called the Unicorn, which has got this massive concave hole at the top of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never actually really looked at that feature, Tom. I wonder what it must be quite hard to get in and then get out of it for the head.
Yeah.
And then we started doing all the eliminates on that bit of the Lady Jane wall, and Tom just kept going.
Yeah, he just climbed up one thing and then kept going. I remember the way he was, and he said it afterwards as well. He's like, he had no intention of topping out or getting up. And for people, it's technically an E3,
5B
E3 climb. It's a trad route. It's kind of out of the highballing realm. Well, no, it's not.
It is highballing.
No, it is highballing, but it's out of the bouldering realm. People don't go and boulder there.
It's a lot of people do it. Not as many as used to, but I think all the old school soldiers, the Phil Davisons, the Joe Healy, that would just be common.
But it is just
a normal day out for them.
Christ. Yeah, well, it's not bouldering in the way that we see it.
But I suppose the biggest part of highballing is on that day, you know when you're ready.
Yeah.
I've had days where I've walked into PEX and we've talked about it together where it didn't feel that big.
Yeah.
Then I've walked in some days and it's like, oh my God, why are you here?
Yeah,
it's
it
really
feels
high.
really big, yeah. Well, Tom was saying he had no intention of getting to the top.
No.
He was just surprised at how easy the climb was. And he kept stopping every 1 or 2 moves, looking down and going, shall I just keep going up? And we're having a full conversation with him.
And he's out.
And before we know it, he's just out at the top.
was pretty cool
It was
to witness.
It really was really cool to witness.
I did another highball on the Monday.
Did you?
In Snowdonia on Utopia.
Oh yeah,
I did 2 lines block. On that, a 6B and a 5A.
And that block is big.
Utopia Central and the Flake, I think. So one's 6B and one's 5B, maybe something like that.
Yeah, it's probably not. It's probably as big as like Lose Leap, probably a bit lower. But the block itself,
I think it's higher than Lose Leap, man.
The fact,
it's definitely higher than Lose Leap.
The fact that it's just a boulder is so intimidating and it feels massive when you're under it. It's so big.
It's the first time I topped out on it.
Yeah.
Put my hand. It's this really strange thing in your head that just happens. Like I'm looking at the top and there's heather on one bit that looks dry, and there's a big wet bit. And like this devil in my head just put my hand in the wet jug, and I went, "Oh my god, it's so wet! I'm gonna die!" And I had to like climb out to the side and not finish, and then come back down and do it again.
Oh my god!
But it's quite funny because of the whole highball. Sadie got up, rocked it, and did it as well.
Yeah.
But so when I came down the bottom, I was like, "There's a jug up here and a jug there," and like trying to be helpful. And she had this moment at the top where she was trying to find this jug that I didn't say was there because I'd said the word jugs up there, and it just was not where I was. And she got through it. And then,
oh my god!
And there's one of those moments where someone shouts down for you and goes, "I'm looking for that jug you told me about." All I want to say is, "There's no jug there. You're gonna die."
It's terrifying.
Yeah,
it's so scary, man. And you lose your head. You really do.
Different ball game.
It's so different, man.
Like we've been watching the Shenanigans stuff.
Oh, she's amazing.
Real Rock, and that's fucking
in the buttermilks
of V12, V15 shit.
These massive pebbles,
V2s
man.
And V4s, man, Max.
Oh man, it's a different world. Anyway, to round it up,
highballing are scary. So be very careful.
Be careful out there. But there's something very alluring, satisfying about them
lines, man.
when you're in the mood, when you're feeling brave. Like that Years Go Crack was maybe the most satisfying movement I've had in a long time.
Years Go Crack and the Utopia block.
Yeah.
The cheese block a bit. Those two, they are the striking line.
It's a mixture of what you get from like doing top roping and sport climbing, of where it's just continuous movement, but then there's the whole element of like
it's just you, man.
It's just you. There's no ropes. It's silence. You're just doing it, and the consequence and the severity of it. There is an element of like, when you're in it, it's hard to explain how it is just you. You just have to move correctly.
It's cool how far we've come.
It really is. Look back at us, man.
But look at
2 years ago.
Look at these rocks, man. You can look at a rock and go, "That's the apex. That's the highest point. That's the purest line." Yeah. Fair enough. That's what the cheese block's a bit like.
Yeah, yeah.
You're climbing through the central highest bit of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But you look at like the Years Go Crack and the Utopia, and it's like there's this feature to it.
Yeah.
There's a crack, or there's a beautiful type of rock formation.
Yeah, and you're going through that feature.
Yeah, it was a big weekend.
Those big lines. Anyway, like to round it up, I'm probably going to keep going high every now and then. It's not something I'm going to specialise in, but it's something that slowly I am getting more used to and less scared of. But like, be careful out there.
Be careful, look after each other, and good spotting.
Yeah.
Sometimes
got a spot.
You've really got, because Pete had one little slippy trip on a little one, and it's like he was fine, but it just makes you realise that if he'd fallen another 30 centimetres, you might like broke your wrist or something the way you were going.
Oh, you mean on the Great
Giraffe? It's like you're not gonna, but it'd be bad.
It would be shit. So
Scamps,
spot out there,
unite,
guys.
get high, stay low, just do whatever makes you happy. Don't think too much, but think enough to keep yourself safe. Love each other, hate each other. Stay with your friends.
Right, guys.
Take some time alone. You know what I mean?
You're on a roll.
Drive a car. Don't drive cars too much because of the environment.
Straight away the contradictions you do is like sit down but stand up.
Don't sit down too much, because if you stand up enough, it's going to make your legs tired.
But
if
then
your legs are tired,
yeah.
you can't climb enough. But then if you climb too much, you're going to need to sit down.
So sit down.
Think about that for an hour or two tonight, but not too long, because you need some sleep for tomorrow to go to work. But don't work too hard, because if you work too hard, you'll die young, and if you die young, you won't climb enough.
And with that, follow me at Pete_Rick.
Yeah, thank you.
Follow the podcast at BHPod.
Follow Dino Club at Dino Club.
And enjoy
Go
yourselves.
To the Hangar. They're
Bye,
great.
Mick Crosby.
Bye, Mick Crosby.
Love
You're
you.
the favourite thing in the world. My sponsor.
Double dyno to micro crimper. Double dyno to micro crimper.